In the middle of a storm. You got me.
All right, folks, we are back and we are live once again. Appreciate you. Sorry about that. I had a little bit of technical difficulties, but we here. Let's go. Where y'all at today? Let's go.
I can't take this shit no more. You smoke crack, don't you? You smoke crack, don't you? Good, clean girl.
Appreciate y'all for joining. Thank you so much. Let's go, folks. Get the likes up in the building. Hit the like button until you can't hit it no more. Share this content with 1, 2, or 3 people. Appreciate you for being here. We about to get this thing going. Listen, I have a whole lot to say about this subject. A whole lot to say about this subject. If you want to join the live stream, you have to come over to my YouTube channel or my Facebook channel. If you're watching from any other platform, I'm not going to let you join unless you come to one of those platforms. So come to YouTube or Facebook and you'll see the actual link in the chat room. I just posted it right now. To join as a guest, you have to go to this link and join as a guest. Those of you who don't know, I got a lot to say. Appreciate y'all. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you for the compliments. Let me know where y'all joining in from tonight or this morning. I'm used to being on at nighttime. Where y'all watching from this morning? Where y'all watching from this morning? Let me know in the comment section. Where y'all watching from? I'd like to give a shout out. Brooklyn. Where y'all watching from? Texas. Where y'all watching from today? Let me turn on this chat room, this side chat. There we go. DMV, Arizona, Staten Island, New York, Alaska, Georgia, the Netherlands, Chicago. All right, I see y'all. Appreciate you. Yeah. Arizona, Houston, Texas, Long Island, New York. All right, Austin, the DMV. I got a lot of East Coast people I see. I got a lot of East Coast people. Oh, you in for a treat. The ghetto in Tucson. Virginia. I'm trying to do more morning streams because I know I got a lot of East Coast people and they tell me, Guru, we're not able to watch you because you come on too late. Can you please come on more in the morning? So that's what I'm doing now for y'all. I'm coming on more in the morning so that y'all can actually be here and see the Black Guru. All right. Appreciate y'all. Thank y'all for being here. Well, we're going to get started on this topic. We're live. Wherever platform you're watching on, I appreciate you for joining. Let me go ahead and put in the comment section. Okay. People should be able to join. Actually, let me remove this one. All right. You should be able to join. If you're watching on Facebook, you should be able to join as well. Just click the link and you can join as a guest. We're streaming live on multiple platforms. So wherever you're watching from, I appreciate you for being here today. We're going to get into this case, folks. If you are a man or you know men that need to hear this, I need you guys to share this stream with as many men as possible. Let them know that Guru is talking about something very important, a very important topic as it pertains to men who like to mess with and date 304s that work the pole. Men that like to date women that work the pole or interested in any kind of way in a woman that works the pole. You need to hear this story. This is an unbelievable story, folks. I couldn't believe it myself when I heard it. I couldn't believe it myself. If you are not familiar, there's a guy by the name of James McNeal. He's an ex-councilman in the Seattle, Washington area. He's an ex-city councilman in the Seattle, Washington area. And he has been charged with taking the life, murder 2, taking the life of a stripper that he was dating. Taking the life of a stripper. His life is gone. His life is flushed down the toilet. It's not going to pop that late night. That time works. That's fine. I'm going to do both. Don't worry, brother. No worries. I'm going to be streaming at night and in the morning. His life was cut short. I mean, her life was cut short at 20 years old by James McNeal, allegedly city council member, ex-city council member, but he was on the city council for the city of Bothell, Washington, right near Seattle. Took her life, allegedly, strangled her or suffocated her. And she was a stripper. She was working that pole. I want y'all to understand something, right? I want y'all to understand something. If, as a man, you have a family, because this is what he had. He had a family, he had a wife and children, and something happens. Usually, we as men like to pour out our feelings and talk to women. But a lot of men do it with the wrong women. A lot of men talk to the wrong women. You should not be talking to or confiding in a woman who works the pole. And I know a lot of us want to talk to women. Your best bet is to find a therapist. Your best bet is to find a therapist. Come on now, where y'all at? Talk to me. You need to find a female therapist. If you want to confide in a woman, that's your best bet. Right? Because what happens? We get tangled up in vice. When you're going through, I'm assuming he was going through a divorce because he was no longer with his wife at the time that all this happened. This happened around late April, May of 2024. But when I came across this story and began to listen to it, I said, man, I got to talk about this. I got to cover this because it's going to help out so many men. When you want to confide in someone, when you have no other options, you need to talk to it. If you don't have a good sister that you can talk to, if you don't have a good aunt, if you don't have a good mother that you can trust and talk, if you don't have any women that you can trust to talk to, go talk to a therapist. I'm going to recommend that to every man. Go talk to a therapist. Do not waste your time trying to talk to these women out here, because a lot of them either are or have been wrapped up and entangled with situations that makes them harden, that makes them highly manipulative. Do y'all hear me? Talk to me. It makes them harden and highly manipulative. And you don't want to be with somebody that is highly manipulative and hardened like a man. And I'm not talking about like any man. I'm talking about like a man who, I'm not talking about any man. I'm talking about like a man who has been in the streets. And shout out to Tori. She said, not a liberal therapist. I agree. You need to vet your therapist. You need to vet your woman therapist. Don't just talk to and start running your mouth to any woman. Make sure you vet her and figure out what kind of woman she really is, and that if you feel like she's somebody you can trust. It don't take much, folks, to become a part of the criminal justice system after dealing with a no good ass woman. Shout out to Miss Lady Love. Thank you so much for the super chat. I did get it. Shout out to Miss Lady Love. You didn't leave me a message, but I got it. Thank you so much for the super chat. Appreciate you. You are so much better off talking to a man than you are one of these women out here. You're better off confiding in another man. And I'm not talking about, I don't know what they call it today, no Diddy stuff. We're not talking about no Diddy. We're not talking about that kind of talk. But you're much better off if you have a trusted brother. That's why it's important to have brotherhood. That's why it's important if you don't have any real brothers of your own. That's why it's important to build up other masculine friends, other masculine men that you can talk to as well about situations and problems that you're having, places that you can go for wisdom, men that you can get advice from. Because I'm going to tell you something. They're going to tell you, and they should be telling you, if you're talking to men of wisdom, to stay away from vice. Stay away from vice. That should be the first thing a man should be telling you. If you're going through a tough situation, the first thing a man should be telling you is to stay away from vice. Christina said, I've been to strippers' weddings before. It was a mess. That's facts. The first thing that you should be being told is to stay away from vice. And if you don't know what vice is, look it up. Look up vice and all the different elements involved with vice. You should be staying away from vice because this is what happens in the community. Keisha, I saw you. You wanted to join the live. You can come right back and I'll pull you up if you wanted to join. If you're not staying away from vice as a man, you are going to get destroyed like this man. How do you go? Let's think about it for 1 second, folks. He went from a man who had a wife and children, family man, no criminal history, ex-councilman. In one night, his life is destroyed and changed forever. Now he has been charged with murder 2, second-degree murder, for taking out allegedly a 304 poll worker. Brother asked me, he said, how do you cuff up who's cuffing strippers? There's a lot of men that do it, brother. A lot of men that get desperate, that go through tough, especially men that are going through tough times at home. They get desperate and they get manipulated and talked to by these women out here that are selling their body, working that damn pole. Come on, talk to me. They get manipulated by women who are working the pole. Stephon Diggs, is he a current football player? I know he's messing around with Cardi B right now. Is he a football player? That's what I heard. Shout out to Miss Maxine. Thank you so much, sister, for the super chat. I did get it. Shout out to Miss Maxine for the super chat. Thank you so much. Okay, he's a current football player. Prime example right there. Let me ask y'all this question. What do you think is going to become of a man? He's a current football player. That means he's successful. Wide receiver with the Texans. First of all, he's not only getting wrapped up with a woman who's clearly stated she used to rob and drug men, right? She used to drug them and rob them. She's a former poll worker. You already know what she's about. And then you're intertwined with a situation with her and her baby and you don't know what he's capable of. You don't know. He might go off the rails tomorrow, tonight. You don't know when he might go off the rails and lose it. That situation between her and all, you've seen this shit that has been going on all throughout social media. They've been dragging each other. They've been talking crazy to each other. And you're going to put yourself in the middle of that? Come on, talk to me. More, Bobby said, never saw a relationship with a stripper work. You could see the stress on the man. But I see more women get married that are 304s than good girls, honestly. I don't know about that. That's it. That's crazy if you do. It's crazy if you're seeing more women that are 304s getting married today. That is absolutely wild. But that goes to speak that a lot of the men don't really understand how powerful these women have become with manipulation tactics, knowing how to run game, knowing how to control men. You got to think about it. They are experts at this. A lot of them, these are not the women of old. These women, some of them that are out here in these streets have come into contact with 50, 60, 70 grown adult men by the age of 22, 20, some of them 18, and learn from older women how to master manipulation, how to run game on men, how to lie, how to get money, how to extort. If he do this, this is what you do. If he start acting like this or whatever, this is what you do. This is how you run game on a man. This is how you use him. This is how you get more money. Come on, talk to me. Do y'all hear me this morning? He's a free agent now. Okay. What do you think is going to happen to this man's life? Like I said, we get wrapped up with this vice stuff. We as men get when you are not careful, when you don't know what you're doing as a man, when you're just out here in these streets, you're going to get wrapped up with vice, and you thinking that you're running game on these women will end up running game on you. I'm going to tell the average man out here today, I don't recommend for none of them. You playing with fire and you're going to get burned. And I know I'm talking to some men in the chat room today. I know there's some men listening to me right now that's like, dang, Guru's on point. You playing with fire and you're going to get burned by messing with these 304s out here. And I'm not just talking about becoming a boyfriend. I'm talking about in any way that you're messing with them. And I know it's hard because it's easy. But what do you think is going to happen to that which is easy to do? It's just easy to get. It's easy cooter cat. It's easy whatever. I just pay this amount of money and be done with her or whatever. You're not going to be done with her. It creates addiction. And that's what this man went through. We're going to go through the backstory. You know, folks, I had some technical difficulty coming over here and I had all of my articles lined up. So give me a second. Let me pull these joints up so that I can show y'all the backstory, more of this backstory of this man, of what happened. So this is all allegedly right now, right? But he has been arrested and charged with her murder. Almost 30 years old, older than this woman. Let me show you over here right now on the screen. If you can't see my screen, then you're not watching on YouTube or Facebook. If you're watching somewhere else, you're not going to be able to see my screen. But this man right here that you see on the screen is James McNeal. Almost 30 years old, older than, I'm sorry, almost 40 years old, older than the woman that he allegedly killed, Lilia Gavronovsky, a stripper, or she was a stripper, took her life. This is him right here, right? He took her life allegedly, and he finally appeared in court to face his charges. But this was her right here. And he was said to have been spending about $10,000 a month on her lifestyle. He wanted to get her out of the strip club, wanted to get her to stop from dancing, was spending $10,000 a month on her lifestyle. I want y'all to think about, just let that sink in for a minute. He's spending $10,000 a month on a woman that works the pole. What are you getting out of it as a man? Cooter cat. And manipulation of your mind. And probably not a whole lot of cooter cat either. Think about that. $10,000 a month to support some used up 20-year-old cooter cat. If you can't see it, you got to come over to the YouTube channel. Just type my name. Just go to Black Guru on YouTube and you can see what I'm showing you. What else do you get out of this as a man? Jackie said they think it's love. Exactly, because once again, you confide in a woman because you think there's safety there because she knows how to. It's just manipulation. There's no true love. She's there to make money. Most of these jokers today, I want y'all to understand something. Most of them today, I don't think are about love, affection, none of that shit. I think they are just about money. How can they get money out of a man? What's the fastest way to get money out of a man? I don't think most of them today are concerned about love and care and all that shit. They some of them talk that online, but they don't care that much about that. A lot of them would rather have the money. A lot of them will rather have the money than anything else. They don't care about falling in love. Look at her. Went to I'm telling you how I think happened. He went to a strip club one night, saw this girl dancing, how she was moving and stuff. He was swayed by that vice. And what happens with vice in these type of situation, what happens with vice is it takes you under, it takes you into the black hole. That's what I call it. Vice takes you into the black hole. Because when you go into the black hole, what do? You start ingesting and doing all kind of shit that you probably would have never did. Now you taking substances, because a lot of these girls that work in this industry, they are on substances to ease their mind, because they don't want to think about all the fat, disgusting men that they got to put their mouth on and they got to screw and act like they like it. They're taking substances. You get wrapped up. Yes, somebody said voodoo and whatever. I mean, they practice all kind of weird spiritual shit and believe in weird stuff. Those substances, you'll get wrapped up in weird spiritual voodoo and stuff like that. You get wrapped up in gang culture. Maybe the mob or mafia, depending on what area of the world you live in or area of the United States you live in or whatever. You're going to get wrapped up in things like this. You're going to get extorted. You're going to get invited to places and you feel like, hey, I'm getting invited here. I'm getting invited there. You know, this is where money and shit is. No. You're coming there because you better be bringing some money or find a way to make them some more money. Not just because you think you cool and you gonna hang out. If not, you're going to be set up. This is what happens. I want y'all to look at this. Look at this girl. A man that's almost 40 years old. There is no love here. There's no love story in this. There is no love story in this. Look at this man. Council member. He was a council member. No criminal record. And one night gone because of messing with a stripper. Look at how far he fell. Look at this. One night. What was she shaking on that pole? Somebody said she looks like a witch. Coke, a hell of a drug. Yes, all of that. Everything that y'all saying is right. But I want y'all to think about the fact that I'm going to show y'all some more stuff here. We don't have any system right now that helps out men. There's so many resources for women to help them out so that they don't get wrapped up in certain types of things. What system is there available for men? What helps out men out here in this world today so that y'all don't get wrapped up and get destroyed by shit like this? We got to rely on talks like this, information that's put out by creators like myself, and hopefully it reaches a few men so that they can make some changes to their life and avoid these type of situations. Strip club industry is $7 billion, almost $8 billion industry. Y'all hear me? The strip club industry is an almost $8 billion industry. Strip clubs. There's about 4,000. I looked up the data. There's about 4,000 strip clubs in the United States alone. There are about 4,000 in the United States. If you took the top 10 major cities in the United States that had around 1 million people each, or at least 1 million people, the top 10 cities that have at least 1 million people, you can put 400 strip clubs in each one of those cities. New York, LA, Dallas, Phoenix, all of these major cities, you can put 400 strip clubs in each one of them. That's how many strip clubs there are. 4,000. Willie said these females know they don't have the skill set to live the lavish lifestyle they want, so they want to pretend to need his resources to sponsor her life. But life and age will catch up to them eventually. No system for men other than keep your money in your account. A lot of men, you're not going to keep your money in your account when you're messing with these kind of women. You're not going to keep your sanity. I want y'all to think about something for a minute before, because I want to show you something else. I want y'all to think about something for a minute. When it comes to vice, vice is addictive, highly addictive. When you get wrapped up in substances, when you get wrapped up in anything that's highly controlling and taking over your body and stuff like this, because a woman shaking her behind or using her body to twirl or on anything, right? On a pole or whatever, it's addictive. When you get wrapped up in this stuff, it's not likely that you're going to escape it. It's not likely that you're going to escape it. You get wrapped up and you're cooked. You're cooked. And what if this happens at a young age? What if this happens at an early age? I want y'all to think about this. What if you get cooked at a young age, 22 years old, 24? You don't have a chance. At least this man lived till he was almost 60. Imagine catching a murder 2 charge at 23, 24 years old because you got wrapped up, thought you could put your trust in somehow in a 304 type of a woman, or you got set up or used or whatever, and then that's what happened. I'm not speaking on the side of the women in this situation because I know that's what the women do. The women like to talk about the fact that, oh, this is another tragic situation. Look at what the men are doing, because I want y'all to think that's what they want, a lot of them today. They want women to be able to be free, screw whoever they want to screw, wear whatever they want to wear. If they want to work as sex workers, they want to be able to do that freely without any men touching them, harming them. What kind of shit is that? That would be like dealers saying they want to be able to freely go out and deal substances without anybody and take over territories or whatever, without anybody coming back and harming them, without people reporting them to the police. Leave us alone. Let us deal our substances on whatever corners or whatever cities we want to deal them in. Leave us alone. That's what these women want. Do y'all hear me? Lauren says, shedding lots of light in these dark corners. Great one. Yeah. We live in a society where it's just based on drama and chaos and lies. We don't live in a society that's productive, that wants our men to do better. Even though these women, think about it, they talk all that shit. We want men to do better, take better care of your children, do this, do that. But at the same time, y'all promoting cooter cat. He said, my first cousin was deleted by a stripper chick in Houston. We all tried to warn him about her. He didn't listen. Now he's in the upper room. Wow. First cousin is gone because of messing with a stripper chick. A lot of times you're not going to win dealing with them. Oh, I'm bigger, stronger. I can overpower her. I do this. But at the same time, she connected to and giving her cooter cat to some other man she manipulating, saying, baby, you want this cooter cat? I'll give you as much as you want. All I need you to do is take out this guy. All I need you to do is find a way to get rid of this problem I have, this guy that I have, and I'll give you, daddy, this cooter cat is yours. Folks, do me a favor. Let's go. Get the like count up. I need everybody to get the likes up. My likes are nowhere near what they should be. Hit the like button. It only takes a second to hit the thumbs up button. Somebody said the cousin should have listened. I agree. But we know a lot of times they're not going to listen. We know a lot of times men are not going to listen when they are so wrapped up and engulfed with vice and women. No good ass women. I don't promote men to do pump and dump, to screw a random woman and then bounce or find or just pay for play action. I don't promote that. I promote men to find wholesome, good, loving, nurturing women, get their money up and travel. Most men, I was just having this discussion the other day. Most men in the world are not able to travel to find better quality women because they don't have the money. Most men in the world have to deal with the women in their area. And if the women in your area are selling a crotch, high body count, godless, wicked, manipulative, all of that stuff, never going to listen to a man, don't care about no man, don't need a man. If that's the reality of your situation, then that's even more reason for you to try to find a way legal to get your money up as soon as possible. You can get the hell up out of that situation. You got to find a way to get the hell up out of that situation because it's never going to work in your favor. You're never going to, like the brother said earlier, how many people know situation where they said, I know a man, he got with a stripper and it worked out really well in his favor. You'd be hard pressed to find one man that you say got with a stripper and he's in love and happy and they got a great family going on and all that shit. Let alone a lot of men. You'd be hard pressed to find one man that you know. O'Shea said, that's the norm where I'm from. Everybody selling. O'Shea, where are you from? O'Shea, where are you from? I'm very interested. Where are you from? Where are you from, O'Shea? Folks, I want to show y'all something real quick while I'm waiting for O'Shea to tell me where he's from. I want y'all to look at this right here. These two women, as you can see right here, one's a director of Safe Place, a multi-county domestic violence service organization. And the other one is a manager of a sexual assault service in Bronson, Battle Creek. Okay. I want y'all to see, Columbus, Georgia. Brother said, everybody selling their stuff. All the women selling their cooter cat. Columbus, Georgia. Wow. Well, I want you to see what these women had to say about, and this is almost 10 years old, September 2015. But I want y'all to see what they said about this industry. At this time, there were estimated 500,000 of these type of workers, strippers employed in the U.S. This is what they said. This is their data that they gathered. And at this time, there were 3,800 strip clubs. Now there's about 4,000. Annual revenue at this time, 10 years ago, was 3.1 billion. It's more than doubled in 10 years. It's about almost 8 billion when I checked yesterday. Almost 8 billion. But I want you to look at this. Look at this right here. This is from their study. Look at what they found. Women in this industry experience PTSD at rates equivalent to veterans of combat war. The women in this industry experience PTSD at the rates of veterans in combat war. Come on, talk to me. Do y'all hear me? One study found that 35% of them, strippers, have multiple personality disorder. 55% have borderline personality disorder, and 60% have major depressive episodes. What do you think is going to happen to you if you get wrapped up with one of these kind of women? You think that you're going to influence one of them to become nice and sweet and only love you and leave the streets alone, leave that pole alone? Look at this. Between 66 and 90% of women in the sex industry were sexually abused as children. Look at this. One study found 40% addicted to drugs. Y'all are able to see these numbers for yourself. They're working the pole. They're selling that thing. To the men in here, I want to ask the men a question. To the men in here, men only, men only, men only. From what you guys have seen, help me out real quick. To the men only. From what you guys have seen, what percentage of women, let's say under 40 years old today, do y'all think in your area are in some way selling their body? What percentage? And you guys can come up. You can click the link if you want to come up and speak about this topic. What percentage? I want to know from the men. What percentage of women in your area do you think are selling their stuff in some way, either as strippers, in cam girls, whatever, OF accounts? I don't care. 75%, 40%, 80%, 80, 100, 60. So far, only one brother that said under 50%. Okay, 40%. 80% in Dallas. Wow. These are the perspectives of men. I want some of you women to see this. These are the perspectives of men. St. Louis, 75%. Yeah, right. Do me a favor. Write your area and then write the percentage so I can know. The question is, if you missed the question, in your area, write your area, your city or whatever. How many women, what percentage do you think are in some way selling their body as cam girls, working the streets, working the pole, doing something, asking for money for Cooter Cat on Instagram, selling pictures of a Cooter Cat, in some way selling their body? They don't have to be fully using their mouth or their crotch in person. I'm saying they could be doing it online, selling pictures or whatever. 60 in Seattle, 86% North Carolina, 75% in New York, UK 40%. My sister was a stripper in the late 70s and 80s, and she was crazy. Wow, Maxine, Miss Maxine. ATL, you think 70% minimum. New Jersey 60%. ATL 85%. Columbus, Georgia 70 to 80%. %10 in the Netherlands. Wow. Look, you see, you got someone in the Netherlands. Look at the difference. FB and IG are the coochie selling platforms. We had one person from the Netherlands said about 10% there. There y'all go. Some of y'all brothers. See what I tell y'all about getting the hell out and traveling? New York, 100%. You think 90% of the girls on IG are selling it? If they look good, at least 75% in ATL. What's the likelihood? So I want y'all to think about these numbers. What's the likelihood of you finding a decent woman that's not involved in some kind of way selling her cooter cat? And some of these girls could be doing it just by wearing super tight clothes all the way up into their crotch and their behind hole and getting money from men. That's, you're still in a way selling your body. I don't care if you're doing it by just wearing super tight and calling yourself a fitness influencer, because that's what some of them do. Y'all know that, right? Some of them call themselves fitness models and fitness influencers, and that's how they make their money, selling that cooter cat. Because they wouldn't be able to cover up and just give fitness tips with their voice and make that money. Come on, talk to me. Come on, talk to me. Would they be able to cover up and just say, hey, ladies and gentlemen, I want to talk to you about fitness. Would they be able to do that? Hell no. You wouldn't be able to do it. Those girls don't exist in the gym. It's fake. What do you mean by that, T. Renee? If you want to come up and have the discussion with me, you have to come to my YouTube channel to do it. And you have to click the link that's posted, and I will allow guests to come up and discuss this case and discuss what happens when men get wrapped up in strippers. Women will date, marry, and have kids for money, no matter what guys look like. If he has enough money, yes, that is true. If he has enough money, yes, that is true. Folks, let's go. I need y'all to continue to get the like count up. We're still down and short. This is an early morning stream. We're short and down on our like count. Let's go, folks. Let's get the like count up. I still need, where do we in our first hour? How far are we into the show? We still need about 5 more people to support the platform. Hit the super chat. It's on the screen. I don't care how you donate. Super chat, Cash App, PayPal. I don't care how you contribute. Contribute to the show and show some love and support to the Black Guru. Cash App is also pinned in the chat room on other platforms. Let me ask y'all a question in regarding this case right here. Let me ask y'all a question. If a man has no place to go, no women to talk to, right? And he's going through a terrible divorce, what should he do? Who should he talk to and where should he go? Where should this man have gone? In other words, where should this man have gone? If you have nowhere to go and no one to talk to, where should this man have gone? Shout out to brother Keith. Shout out to Game of Tyrones. Appreciate y'all brothers for the support and the super chat. Where should he have gone instead of messing with a stripper? You're going through a terrible divorce. A therapist. Let's just say he's going through a terrible divorce. He's going to lose custody of his children. Because I know there's other men going through this right now in these comment section. If divorce or not, it's a very tough thing when a man knows he has to lose custody of his children. When he has to lose half the things that he has. It is a very difficult thing for a man to face, to look at himself in the mirror and say, everything's about to be gone. Shout out to Miss Maxine. Thank you so much for the super chat. I don't know why my little cash sounds are not working. But thank you so much, sister, again, for additional super chat. A solid group of men. Go to church. Like most women, he should go to a church, a therapist, and a passport office. He should have came to me for advice. Yeah, a lot of men are not going to come to me for advice. Men don't like to talk about what they're going through. And if we do want to talk, we want to see. Here's the thing about us as men: when we talk, we desire to talk to a woman. We want to talk to a woman because we want the nurturing and the love that a woman can give us. We desire to talk to a woman. Most men don't want to talk to other men because men are going to give tough love, or men are going to just give logic. And sometimes we just want some softness. We want somebody that's going to be soft. And strippers know how to manipulate and become soft. He should have went to a lawyer for advice. He should have went to the gym. You can go to a male friend or family member that listens. I want y'all to just thank you so much to the people that are buying badges also. Thank you. I think it's Trinae. Appreciate you. I want y'all to just look at the places where men are told to go. He should go to his mother. Now watch this. I'm glad you brought that up. To the men in the chat room. Right? Yes or no? Could you go to your mother if you were going through a very tough time with a woman? Could you go to your mother and get support and nurturing? Yes or no? Could you get the type of support that you want? If you were going through a tough time with a woman, could you get that from your mother? Would you get understanding and love and support from your mother? Yes or no? To all the men in here, I need the men to answer. Men only. I need all the men to answer. Men only. Could you get that from your mother? I want y'all to look at the comments. I'm showing them on the screen. Could you get that from your mother? Most of the men over here on IG are saying no. She would laugh at me, then cuss me out. No. We only had a few men that said yes. We only had a few men. I'm not talking about advice or anything. I'm just saying, would you feel comfortable talking to your mother and she would give you the type of support and nurturing that you need in the moment? Would she be a good woman to talk to? That's all I'm saying. Would she be a good woman to talk to about what you're going through with another woman? Drama or being used or being abused or being threatened. Too many men don't realize their mothers are women too and will defend women no matter what. Wow, that's powerful. Alicia said that's shocking. Well, I do these things for a reason so that y'all can see what's really going on with men out here in our society. I do these things for a reason because I want y'all to see what's going on with men. Jackie said, what about your siblings? All right, let's ask the men in here. Because I'm talking about women. If you can't go to your mother, to the men in here, could you go to a sister? If you have sisters, could you go to one of your sisters and get nurturing, support, love, and good advice? Then when I say good advice, just supportive advice, not logical. I'm not talking about logical advice, just supportive advice. Could you go to your sister? I don't even ask my sisters. I don't got sisters. I can go to my aunt. Okay. If you don't have a sister, do you have a female friend that you trust that you can go to? I have a good sister. Yes. sister. Lawyers and gyms cost. That's very true. But gym is a lot cheaper than a lawyer. And gym is a lot cheaper, but you can't talk to nobody at the gym. Look at what's interesting. There's more men that say they can go to their sisters more than they can go to their mother. My God. I got more brothers in here, more men saying they could go to a sister more than they can go to their mother. How does that work? How can we go more to a sister than we can our own mother? They love us a little, as little boys, but once we become men, their real personality comes out. I want y'all to think about that for a minute. We live in a society today, and I know I got a lot of black men that watch my content, where the black men are saying they can go to their sister more than they can go to their own mother for nurturing and love and advice that is supportive when they can go to their own mother. Sometimes mothers hold resentment towards their sons because of the child's father. And I was just about to say that. Is that because the mother is still holding resentment because of the daddy? Because of the daddy. Caribbean folk siblings can be thick as thieves. I don't know what that means, but that don't sound good. That don't sound good at all. It doesn't sound good at all. Folks, I want y'all to understand something about this right here. I've been doing a lot of looking into, once I saw this case, right? Been doing a lot of looking into sexual violence, and the women that work in these type of industries. Let this be an educational moment for a lot of the men, because I really want the men to wake up and do better, so that you don't end up like this man right here. I want y'all to look at this right here. This was a study that was done, right? And you can go here and you can type this in and you can find it on Google. You can type this. It says exploring the relationship between strip clubs and rates of sexual violence and violent crime. I want you to look at this right here. These were the results they found. We found that rates of strip clubs were significantly associated with violent crime, but not sexual violence in all but one model. Counties with greater proportions of high-risk strip clubs, greater days, hours of operations, drink specials, full nudity policies, or private rooms have higher rates of sexual violence. I want y'all to look at this. Rates of strip clubs, meaning the more strip clubs there are in the area, there's a significant increase in violent crime. Look at all these girls now these days that are doing this shit too. Involved in this. Why don't they look? These women claim today to be the most educated, the smartest group. Why they don't look this shit up before they get wrapped up in these industries? That's my question. Why don't they look up this stuff if they are so smart? This is the smartest, most educated group. They tell us. That's what they tell me. They are the most educated. Why don't they look up this data and see that this is a dangerous game? Why don't they look up the fact that so many women that have been unalived by serial murderers, serial killers, were taking out women involved in these industries, selling a body? Why don't they look up the rates of substance abuse Why don't they look at that stuff? But I'm telling you, as a man, the fact of the matter is, if you don't look this shit up and know it for yourself, this is what's going to happen to you. Does she look good? Does she look good? Is she worth it? Does she look good enough? Is she worth it? Is she worth losing your life, losing your money? Come on, talk to me. Is she worth anything more? No, Guru, she's worth $10,000. Is she worth $10,000 a month? Is she worth $10,000 a month? Y'all tell me. Y'all talk to me in the comments. Is this woman right here? If you can't see my screen, you got to come over to my YouTube channel. Is this woman right here worth $10,000 a month? Shout out to O'Shea. Thank you, brother, for the donation. Is this woman worth $10,000 a month? What is she worth? Can y'all help me out this morning? What is she worth? You know, at the end of the day, guess what? All of her friends and family, or at least the ones that whoever talked to the news media, had nothing but great things to say about her. How wonderful of a woman she was. How she was so caring and loving. They're not saying negative or bad stuff about her. Is she Caucasian? Yeah, you can come over to the YouTube. Even mention that she was a churchgoer. They mentioned that she was a churchgoer. Come on, talk to me. Look at this woman right here. They mentioned she's a churchgoer. They didn't talk about how she was working the pole like that. They didn't mention that they think she manipulates men and uses men. Hello, if you want to have the discussion with me, you guys have to come and click the link on the YouTube channel. I'm not allowing guests anymore to come up on the IG channel or Facebook. If you're watching on any other platform, you got to come over to my YouTube channel and click the link that's pinned to join. That's how you join the discussion. Shout out to Pastor. Pastor who? If you're talking about me, I'm not no pastor. Strippers lie a lot. Looking like a witch sitting with that cat. You know, let me go back to her. Where's the picture of her with the cat? Oh, right here. But you got to think about it. This is not the way he's looking at her, right? Because they don't look. They put these are the best pictures that her friends and family. Because it says photo courtesy of friends and family. These are the best pictures that her friends and family put out. They didn't put out and say, we want to show y'all pictures and give pictures to the news of her selling her body or shaking her ass on the pole or whatever. They didn't give the media those pictures. They didn't give the media those pictures. So think about the images he was seeing. He was seeing her with no clothes on. And in some kind of way, because they were dating, I'm assuming, obviously we don't know for sure, but I'm assuming she was giving him some cooter cat. I'm assuming she was giving him some cooter cat. A pastor crisis in South Africa. Pastors are tearing up that cat while the wife is present. I don't know nothing about that. If that's what the pastors are doing in South Africa, tearing up cooter cat while the wife is present. Bruce said, I hope so for $10,000 a month. $10,000 a month. $10,000 a month. He was financing her lifestyle. When the police got to the residence, because his attorney called, he was covered in blood. He had tried to take his life. I guess he tried to cut his wrist. He tried to take his life. And they said she looked like she had already been dead for quite some time, maybe several days. She had been dead. So that means either he was there in her residence, because she was at her residence when she was found. Either he was there and allegedly took her life there a few days prior and stayed, or he came back to the scene. Either way. Either way. Either way, he tried to take his life because of that's what I'm saying. Do y'all hear what I'm saying? This is all of the shit that was a part of this case. This was everything that was a part of this case. Do y'all hear me? Folks, what I'm going to start doing, just so you guys are aware, is we'll do all the time. What I'm going to try to do is a shorter stream during the morning, like 1 hour maximum, and do maybe a little bit longer stream in the evening. So for everybody that didn't catch me or is not going to catch me, or you only can catch me for so long in the mornings, come back during the evening tonight for another live stream of the Black Guru that's probably a little bit longer. I'm going to try to do these like this. Bremo said that's what happens when a dude falls in love with a 304. Yeah. If you are a man, you should definitely be watching this. If you are a woman, you should be sharing this information with your sons. Do y'all care about y'all sons? Do y'all care about your nephews? You should be sharing this type of content and saying you got to be listening to content like the Black Guru so you know what's going on in the world today with these 304s out here. We got brothers in here that said today they think that 70%, 80%, some of them said 100%. Obviously, we know it's not going to be 100%, but that's their perception. Up to 100% of women in their area are selling their body in some way. Disgusting and ridiculous. Folks, as I'm ending this stream right now, I want you to do me a favor. As I'm ending this stream. This will be available for replay if you missed any of it. I want you to do me a favor. Hit the like button on your way out. I need you to get my likes up. I should have many more likes over here on my YouTube channel. That's what I'm most concerned about. Get the likes up over here on the YouTube channel. And I want you to do me a favor. If you have not gotten your taxes done yet, I want you to hit up this company right here. Let them know Black Guru sent you. You will fully get a 20% off rate on your tax return for this coming tax season. Reach out to thetaxoasis.com. They will handle your taxes in any state in the United States. They have about a decade of experience and they love my content and my show. Let them know I sent you to get you 20%. Don't do these rinky dink places. Don't try to do them yourself if you don't know what you're doing. Or maybe, hell, I didn't get that much back last year because try this company and they may be able to get you a lot more back. Right? It's insane to keep doing something the same way and expecting a different result. We need you to try something different. Reach out to the Tax Oasis. You can visit them at thetaxoasis.com or call them at 954-832-7518. 954-832-7518. All right, folks. I hope you enjoyed this morning stream. I plan on being back tonight with another fire topic. Appreciate you all. Have a wonderful day, and I will see you again tonight. Salute.